Yo, what up, dude?
What up? What up? What up?
Not much, man.
Just chilling, you know, watching some CSGO.
The normal. Yeah. My game crashes a lot.
Alright, yeah, same mate. That's all good. But has it done it now?
Nah. Mirage.
Good, then.
Fnatic's pick. Already a map up after a 16-4 win on Train. I think this is in the bag, my man.
I think so too. I think Fnatic will just be able to smash this one out, but I would be interested to see the third map to come through. Obviously, this is Fnatic. They're on the T side though, and they're going to be going in for an A attack. Luckily for them, the only person they're going to be going up against is Furlan.
Just grubby. They should be able to plant in the smoke. Brolin wants to fight on the back of that flash, but little does he know that flash actually doesn't blind Grubby at all. And he was the only one blind from it. As Lekro's pushing in CT, he gets the first. There's two more to find. Can Lekro do it? He actually gets two in this situation. As Furlan answers back, it's Flusha and JW. The men you want alive in this situation is it's Furlan and Fur. One towards A-Ramp, one towards Pals. It's a dink, but what a flick from Fur that must have been. As Furlan jumps on this bomb, no kit. He's sticking it, and he actually gets off to take the fight against JW. Has time for the defuse. AGO pick up pistol. What a shot from Furlan towards A-Ramp.
JW, Lekro, trying their best, picking up 2 kills each on that round. But unfortunately, no one else could pick up Furlan, who picked up a massive 3K for his team. The final kill being the clutch kill of the round. AGO taking the lead straight away, but Fnatic have got the map lead at the moment on a map that we, I guess, all kind of expected them to lose because they had lost it quite a big Fnatic loss before against AGO. But AGO, they might just be here to shine and be able to win this one back. So Snatchy, no scout for him on this map. It's going to be the MP9 going up against Fnatic. We're going to be on pistols, 3 deagles, 1 P250.
Lekro trying to catch Tao off guard. Has to be careful. So Lekro looks like he wants to slowly but surely push his way up, but he's going to fall back as they lose that A-Ramp player of JW. Now keep in mind with this bomb plant, of course, they're not going to buy much into this round. As you mentioned, a couple upgraded pistols. They're giving a lot of time for Lekro to work with. Plus, they have Golden now towards chair and mid. So he's in the money spot. He'll sit and cut off rotations. As Lekro will finally get caught and dealt with. As Golden may catch this player in towards connector. No, his deagle shots are off the mark. As Brolin, as soon as I go to switch to him, he will lose his head.
Just didn't stand a chance there, mate, at all. Furlan, 4-0 at the moment, but we're only 2 rounds in. It's going to be the third round, final round from Fnatic. They obviously won. They got the bomb down. I get my mind settled then. Golden, last one to buy. Obviously the IGL on the T side here on Fnatic. Still performing very well on Train, and he's going to be buying up the majority of the sort of needed utility here. Well, I say majority, it's just the extra smoke here for them to be able to do this execute in towards this mid area. They're all just going to dedicate their position and power here.
Smoke mid window, flashes over. They smoke connector as well. As that Molly will stop JW for pushing for the time being. He wanted to try to get bottom connector. As they'll re-smoke mid window and his teammates get cat control. As JW will pick up this connector presence he was hoping to get. As that smoke fades, he'll get in position. As Flusha holds B-Apps and his other 3 teammates are in ladder/cat. Waiting for someone from AGO to overstep, over peek. Make a sound cue just like that one. Keep in mind, Tao's playing an off angle to the right here by chairs. Flusha going to expect it. He'll clear it. Spots the arm. The spray is good. And this is going to tempt his teammates to push. They want to go up cat. Brolin. On the back of that flash isn't going to fully commit. They're still waiting for someone from A to make a mistake, and that's the mistake they need. But they can't capitalize A. Like Grubby get 2. How does he get 2 in this position? As finally he'll get traded. But look how separated these teams are. Flusha taking a fight towards B. JW in jungle. As it's Snatchy and Fur. And JW will make the jump and get to bomb. Will he be ready for Snatchy up close? He won't. AGO. I mean, first off, Grubby should have died immediately, if not a 1-for-1. And the fact that that trade didn't go the way, the rest of the round just kind of fell apart.
I mean, it's so easy for things to fall apart, like I mentioned there. And JW had an opening. He had the bomb. Time was limited, and he was under pressure, so he decided to go in for the B site nonetheless, because he expected the rotation to come through over towards the A site. But unfortunately, within that rotation come through, he did just get face to face with his enemies. The Deagles, this is where Lecro should be coming through. If he doesn't get at least 2 quad Deags this round, I'm going to be disappointed. And the man for the spray coming out from Berlin in towards mid, and Flusher, no! He's going to get taken out by Brawlin, mate.
Well, what can you do about
his own teammate. Shot to the back of the head. Taken outside.
Oh. Got another nice D. JW has one of his own, so damage has been dealt for fnatic.
But, I mean, Lecro got 1 kill. I'll give him that. But Flasher got team killed by Brawlin, so that's 1 less kill on his scoreboard for him. He's actually on -1 at the moment, which you don't really see pretty much ever in sort of a professional spotlight. So he's got to be feeling the pain right now. Flasher's like, oh, come on, dude. Come on. He even had a team who was aiming for that. But Golden, not going to be able to pull off any golden plays, you could say. Not going to get the bomb down, get the extra cash in the box here for fnatic, but they are going to be able to go in for a buy here. Are we going to be seeing an AXQ this round? Have they got the smokes for it? Yes. I'm calling it.
I think they're going to keep fighting mid. I'll go against you.
I think they're going to do that now. Just looking at where they're... Yeah. Early smoking towards mid.
They like fighting.
Feisty ones.
Yeah, they are. So the Molly connector, double flash. Lectro's going to try to cross. Still has a smoke in his back pocket. So he'll line that one up either towards top connector or window. And then, yeah, mid window it is.
I mean, it's brilliant the fact that they've actually managed to keep hold of so much utility up to the point. I mean, they are now supposing it everywhere across, so they can actually get down short.
Okay, JW. I thought he was going to go through the smoke and get towards stairs. Instead, he is just going to actually come out through the smoke towards jungle. No one is jungle side. They're pushed up aggressively. A ramp, CT, and holding towards balcony. So JW's found a hole in the defense. And he got CSGO'd. Maybe. Could have been a mistimed shot as he crouched. Don't see that often. That should have been an easy kill for JW. Instead, it's flushed to open up the B site. Ferlin's going to try to hold. Immediately will get traded.
JW, though, picking up a kill. He almost got taken out by the AWP on us, but going to be able to back off. Now he's going to go counter-aggressive in towards the sort of CT area. The bomb is still not down. We're going to be seeing Fur go underneath. Is he going to be able to catch him off guard?
Oh, Rollins smart enough to drop the smoke. And his teammates get caught out. This is going to be fnatic picking up the first round and keeping 4 alive, perhaps. That can change. And they may even go pick up the op for JW. As Fur is going to be stuck towards top mid. fnatic will pick up their first. And it's important that they keep all 4 players alive. And I guess Brawlin really wants to hunt this a little bit more than the others. Maybe he's, you know, surprised he's not hunting more. Get at least to 0.
You'd kind of hope that. And Fur does actually take down JW. The trade does come in, but still a little bit of a economical sort of damage done over towards fnatic. But AGR in the moment, they've even got a player who's on 1700, and that's Berlin. So, I mean, Fur could have done with staying alive to actually drop over a gun to him, then this would be a much healthier buy, which is probably the initial thinking for it, but he got a little bit frag hungry towards the end there, and only managed to pick up 1 kill. P250 on Ferlin. A lot of work can be done for that with that gun if you do position yourself correctly. And he's going to be going and backing up over towards short, and Groovy going to be able to chime in with the kill early onto Broylan.
Well, that's never a good start. I'm a little confused as to... Golden's just holding the flag. Okay, so Golden's holding T-spawn. As he'll leave Lecro top mid. They have JW under window. And Flusher's getting ready to push up in towards B-apps. The jump spot bait. As Tao will sit in the corner. just get baited in, but it looks like Flush is not going to take the bait. Meanwhile, in mid-window, JW finds Snatchy. And JW will snatch up the mid-window. Meanwhile, Flush was getting flanked from Fur. So keep an eye on JW. He's in the cash out line. He's going to try to raid the register here. He's in the prime spot to make money.
Why not? I agree with that. Got to hold on towards the ace site, and when you've got, again, it's going to be so hard, especially after you're away. TI though coming in towards mid. Necro does find out 2 easy frags for him. It's going to be a 1-on-3. First kill comes out.
Necro's having a hell of a tournament, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's trying to catch up and take over Flusher and sorry, no, not Flusher, JW now. In regards to kills, because what did he end out on? It was 28 kills.
28 last game.
That's just nuts. I think it was 10 kills above the other player below him, Brother. I think it was. Who talking about Brother, he's still on -1. Still not being able to find another kill.
Hope he ends the game like that. I wonder what your rating would be if you're at -1, yet you've dealt damage throughout every round, but you just can't get a kill.
I don't think you'd really care. At that point, you'd probably be a little bit pissed.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if anyone's ever finished a game while being negative. And we won't know. Ever. Well, that kind of sucks. Brawlin's going to plant now. Didn't want to add negative. And rightfully so. As for... He's actually able to get 2 kills into this round. And they are AKs as he makes the jump. Golden was the only one ready for that. Fnatic win 3 straight. AGO rifles will come back out here in round number 8. Fnatic starting to feel themselves though on the T side.
And you know what? We could still see the negative scoreline come out. Broden's still set up for that, but hopefully not going to be the case. JW Flush at Lecro on point this game. Golden, obviously being the IGL, isn't expected to get as many frags. Last game he did do very well, but obviously not going to be top line in it. On the AGO side, they have obviously bought up into this round. So limited utility on a few of the players, just flashes, but mid push is coming out from the T side, nice and aggressive.
That noise I just made was my confusion of how Electro's shot didn't hit that player mid-window. That was rattling. As his fire went out. As Electro's on 6 HP, his teammate's on 12, and he holds for the push, and Electro clutches it out. The first shot may not have connected, and thus the was from. But his Molly gets a kill, and he's able to clean up the last. Fnatic, clean sweep 4 in a row. AGO's money in a rough spot once again. Gonna be have to hit up the half buys, hover around 2K.
Out of 10, how clean was that shot supposed to be?
It was dead on him. It was 100% dead on him.
Dead on him. You know what? I mean, you're not even supposed to do this, but chat are calling it, and I do a little bit of interaction, but they're calling the 16-4.
Chat loves it. Chat loves the memes, don't they?
Yeah. But I mean, if it did come through, it would be amusing to say the least. Thought going to wedge some kills, going to be coming out in towards mid. TI looking to try and pick up 2, does it gracefully as well with the deagle. Seeing some of your play-by-play highlight there, mate.
Oh? Good or bad? Electro. We'll get the plan in. Grubby in Fur as JW just holds towards CT. That nade nearly does Grubby in. He's actually just going to piece out. Hang on to the AK. He's salvaged. Same plan with Fur. He will escape. Fnatic will go to 5. JW's timing on the peak. Yeah, he actually will catch him. My buttons aren't working. Oh!
It must be quite frustrating to players, obviously being as Brother, and he's like, I have got a kill. I'm not supposed to be negative. I'm having a bit of a bad game right now, but we are still winning. It must be pretty annoying knowing that you're not obviously the top heavy sort of fragger on this one, even if you are contributing, like you mentioned, the sort of the damage he is doing to the teams. And Lecro going hunting here, wants to be able to kill him, can't quite make it there in time. As we go to the 10th round here, Fnatic on 5 rounds, looking to try and keep at least a 2-round advantage if they can pick up this round, and that would be looking rather fancy for them. 5 rounds in a row, back to back. They did get the pistol round plant, but didn't quite sort of achieve a win on that round, but they have come back with some force And it's going to be JW leading charge here, which is double digits first of all. 13-7 for the man, as we see another buy coming out from both teams. Double AWP this time round for the CT.
Double up. And it looks like they want to fight towards connector. Doubling up players in connector, that's Grubby. And Fur with one player in CT, that's Snatchy with the AWP. So fnatic gain mid control, nearly catch Furlan off guard. Furlan will be flashed once again towards ladder, just gonna get out of the spot. He's gonna peace out. He'll give up ladder control, but he'll hang around towards catwalk as JW eagerly looking for the pick. There's two players in connector. He almost gets the quick shot. And you have to think, those two players looked like they were lined up behind wood panel and in front. As Grubby's going to hold for the counter push. Golden. May get a golden shower from Grubby. Maybe. He will. Shot in the back of the head as it's Flusha, Lecker on Brawlin. And leave that all on just Flusha. And Brawlin in a 2v4. As Flusha spots the head of Fur as he gets in towards connector. So Flusha, element of surprise, now gone. As Brawlin has snuck out on towards A.
Could still really do something with this. I mean, he's on site, so Berlin, if he holds this position and stops Berlin from causing a little bit of havoc, he might just be able to do it, but he has been spotted.
Did Furlan see him? Doesn't matter, does it? Brawlin gets the headshot, gets the nade in response, and Flush is going to plant. The nade, Flush is actually going to peek it flat out. As it's Brawlin alone, are they going to expect two people's default? It's a lovely shot in Grubby, but Tao gets the refrag. AGO will go 5-5. They want to know his HP. Perhaps Lekro's a little rattled. But he seems humble, at least.
The 16-4 dream is over. Nothing like a nice 5-5 scoreline to be able to start this off. 11th round in. Flusha, Lekro going full in onto this as well. In regards to their general economy, it's a little bit shaky on the players after this. So they're going to have to count on themselves, being able to get the bomb plant, get a lot of kills, and really just try and take the win around from this round. If they can, reset the economy of AGO, that could be... sorry, not beat that. That could just lead to such a strong round. And half, rather, from fnatic if they go through onto this one. And this is their map pick as well, so you can expect them to do quite well on it. Double AWP set up once again from AGO. Let's see if they can purchase into this one like they did the last round.
Well, none of the ops are in very aggressive positions. Grubby again challenging towards connector. Gets out cleanly. As JW is going to go through the smoke. Not ready for the second player's stairs. They've done that double setup AGO twice now. And it's worked. Both times as Golden gets the refrag. You'd love some more. As the op's actually going to peek him. So he was actually pinched from Cat and towards Ticket Booth. The op sandwich him. And the one in the back will land the shot as it's Flusha alone, 1v3. Two ops and an M4 he has to overcome. Finds the first, has a flash to cross. Won't catch Furlan, but he will be able to get towards default. That flash gives him some time, and it looks like Flusha's going to play the time game. I like this. Find the first in sight, and just delay. He knows AGO are going to be very antsy with the rotations, and he's completely right.
You say completely right. They're still holding fast. 30 seconds. At this point, this is where AGO are like, well, hang on a minute. When it reaches 25 seconds, it's like, wait a minute. Are we being duped here? Are we being duped, or are we going to be counter-duped? Mind games. Flusha. Come on, mate. They're only young.
Well, you waited long enough to force Tao all the way back towards B-Apps. Flusha gets towards triple. He is going to spot Furlan, but can't land the shot. So big win for AGO. That's 2 in a row. Now, that is 2 rounds, again, in a row, where fnatic get bomb plants and 2-round loss. So I imagine it's going to be a buy in the next. They pick up both ops. The defuse now will come through. AGO will take a round lead. But fnatic still looking pretty sharp on their T side.
16-5. Let's go, boys. Can't count the expectations of the chat. Not going to happen, though. fnatic looking to try and close this one back out. But if you look at the amount of times, obviously, Flusha, JW have died. I mean, 10-9, considering the amount of times they've actually won. and what round we're on, it's a high sort of death ratio compared to, I don't know, if you even look at Lekro, he's only got 6 deaths, 8 kills though. And those 3 lovely MV stars that we all know mean the world to everyone, but double AWP setup is going to be carried through to another round, and it has been working for them. Snatchy very low on anything else, he hasn't even got backup pistol. T-side, they have got pretty much everything they could really need. I mean, they've got 3 smokes, 3 Molotovs as well, so they're going to be able to execute into pretty much anywhere they want. They got mid control up to a point. If they carry on pushing it through, they should be able to take it over fully. PHR or Fur should be able to counter them if he peeks in, but that's going to be an AWP he's going to be facing.
Yeah, he has to be careful. He is just going to fall back. Electro will pick up JW's position and push down towards bottom connector. Now keep an eye on Flush. He's coming up from underpass. So we could see a boost window. AGO have completely given up connector this round. But the play that really brings home the bacon is Grubby still towards CT. So Flusho will meet up with Lekro. They're definitely a little confused as to how quiet it is. As Furlan is just simply shoulder peeking in towards Catwalk. He'll have a molly to force him in towards jungle, but actually Flusher throws that towards jungle, so it forces him more in towards window. As Furlan is forced to stay close to window, the op shot will ring out. That's Snatchy towards jungle, and Flusher can't land any shots. It's Golden who has to bring it back, and he will indeed, as he gets to nearly the flick on the 3rd. As the bomb goes down, it's a retake for AGO, Tao and Fur. As look at this from Golden, it looks like he's doing the ring around the rosy. As look how low all these players on Fnatic are. This nade may just be good enough. Just off the mark as JW is up, needs 1, and he's successful. And it is just Fur alone. That nade perfectly placed as Golden, in a 1v1 against Fur, 18 HP, taps the bomb, tries to bait him out. There's no way he expects this. As, oh, Golden, he takes a shot, makes some noise. Only has 9 bullets, but he's going to swing. Fur's on the retreat, and Golden misses his opportunity. And there's no time to defuse. Fnatic goes 6-6, but that is painful for Fnatic. Money-wise, that is.
Goran's like, here, hold my beer. I'm gonna walk in here, show you guys how to do it. Because I mean, he's kind of been a bit chilled, and he's obviously the IGL. The last 2 rounds, they've lost them both. They got the bomb down, but with him surviving and going in for the loop around, that really obviously won them the round there. But still a little bit painful to be able to lose it at that end point there. And I mean, the face of PHL really describes how I felt about that round.
Flusher gets out to mid window, and you can see losing all 5 members how much it's actually affected them. But AGO buyback in response. And Brawlin will find Tao. His spray is good. There's a second one there, and Golden has it back. So it is just Furlan and Fur. Smoke will be thrown towards top connector. And it's going to be another round where Fur is going to try to save the AWP. And it looks like Furlan's on his way out as well. Fnatic will get 7 rounds on their T side, and AGO are going to attempt to save. That's a scary scoreline if you're AGO, especially with Fnatic. It's their map pick. I imagine they prefer the comfortability of the CT side. And fun fact for you, did you know the skin Furlan's holding? The skull, right here where I'm circled. In China, they removed it.
Yeah, it's because of the it being obviously the skull, like undead, which is obviously quite big in China.
Yep.
It's the same with like any, like in, I think in WoW, to do with anything to do with necromancy. Not allowed in the game. The more you know, right?
I bet the skin looks cooler without the skull.
It would be.
I wonder. Well, it depends what they replace it with.
Unicorn face, you know.
Just like the face of JW. in a space outfit.
Face of death, you know.
A man you don't want to meet in a dark alley.
Yeah.
Or maybe, if you want a signature. Depends.
Well, you're getting out there, mate. We'll leave that thought train there, and it's
Berlin about to be naded. Yeah. Keep in mind, Fur's the only one who saved, so saved the op. So everyone else is actually not going to buy anything. Pretty much, except Snatchy, who gets a P250. JW will sneak out, spots the op, takes it down. Now the rest is just cookie cutter. Couple upgraded pistols. Snatchy, though, with his P250, finds success and gets an AK. I said there's no chance that fnatic loses this round. It's just cookie cutter. Now they do get successfully out towards B. But if the AGO can deal more damage, I mean, it doesn't really matter going into the last round. Perhaps salvage some guns of their own.
That was such a delayed shot from Verlin. I don't know if you saw it, but just absolutely crazy. That flusher, though. Just trying to flush them out as it damages his own teammate as well. He peeks in above him. Now it's going to be the last player alive. Verlin look to try and stay alive. 26 HP. They could have done with having that extra AWP, though, mate. I mean, going into it, the economy isn't going to allow them to afford an AWP. Unless Verlin wants to go glass cannon, but that's not going to be the case. They're going to go for a healthy M4 buy words.
I'm down to go to the bar. Are you down?
Yeah, I'm up for it.
I'll direct it. Auto director will meet our mic. No one will know.
You know what? Let's just hop on HLTV on and just on our phones and go to the bar. You know.
I'll pull up the live HLTV live. We'll go from there.
Yeah, go boys. Interesting round though. That has to come out from AGO. They really need to try and pick up this round. And I say that because I'm a little bit scared because fnatic on the CT side on Mirage aren't going to be able to do some work. Snatchy though chimes in with the first kill on Lecro.
That's a missed window smoke, I believe. So that hurts Lecros. He planned to run all the way bottom connector, but without having that mid window smoke, it was nearly off the mark. You can see how much that changed the dynamic of the round. Now Flush is dinked down to 8. Lecro's dead. And first finding JW. And Golden may even get caught out here. You know where Snatchy is. There's 3 players in window room right now, by the way. They're going to take one away. But AGO are stacked in towards that position. So they'll double up CT, double up jungle. Golden's going to try to sneak in towards connector, and he will get timinged. As it's Flush on 8 and Brawlin on 100. He'll jump out default, wins the first, but can't win the next duel. And that is going to be the half, 8-7, as close as we can actually possibly make it.
That's brilliant, though. I mean, I called it out. They needed to get in that second round. They did exactly that what they needed to. But if you have a look at the space in between some of the obviously, points on the first half, a little bit sporadic, but we'll see if they can carry it through. JW Flusher picking up on the sort of double ditches on that game. AGO doing a lot of kills, but not a lot of rounds compared to fnatic sort of during the sort of midpoint of that last half. Going into this, it's going to be obviously fnatic's map pick. They won the first map on train against AGO, which was their map pick. It was actually 16-4. Big score line from fnatic. Looking to carry that through into this next map here on Mirage.
Well, Ferlin getting to B-Apps unspotted. As Flusha has to worry about Catwalk, misses an opening shot, and Snatchy will find Brawlin. As Flusha is going to try to hold connector from Cat and worry about Catwalk at the same time. His bullets seem to just glide off the backs of these AGO players. Not concerned about it at all. Golden dinked and dealt with AGO win T-side pistol. And that looked very promising for AGO. It just looked way too easy for them to win those duels long range with Glocks.
Long range Glocks, always the best. 8-8 scoreline. AGO looking to try and chime in. They won the first pistol. Extra 3 rounds on top of that on the first half. Might just be able to bring that through and do exactly this half again. If they can do that, they can take the full advantage, win this round. They've got the round advantage over fnatic to start. We'll see that. It's going to be the force buy coming out from the fnatic pistols galore.
Well, we know how sick the CZ is. So will it be able to find some success in this round? AGO take full catwalk control. And it's Lecro to find a Deeg. Lecro actually gets 3. Where did this come from? I wasn't ready for Lecro to hit all those shots. He re-peaks. And it's for the last one up, down to 15. Lecro gets 3 players towards catwalk. I was not ready for this situation as JW finds his second of the round, and fnatic will say, yeah, Joe, you may got pistol. But you know what? We have our own pistol, champ, and that's Lecro on the Deagle.
I told you. What did I tell you last game well, I will sort of not tell you, I just said to the chat, is Lecro, Deagle, Mirage. Name a more formidable foe, I guess, on that front. Oh, you probably can, but still, he is a fantastic player with the Deagle, especially on Mirage, from what I've seen over the past year or so, just under a year. Brilliant play coming out from them, and JW is looking to kick it off with the first kill. It's going to be the fourth line coming out from AGO, trying to clutch back into this, and for them, I don't know if it's going to be able to happen.
Great flash from Catwalk. Full clock snatchy. As Lecro will concern himself with only issues at the B-bomb site. And right now that's Furlan. As Grubby will find JW. Furlan may get caught crossing here. I think he is just going to wait time out. Let Fur grab the bomb. Tagged at 34. Nearly cleaned up. Lecro, yeah, they will land the shots required. As Brawlin wants to get aggressive towards A ramp. His spray is good for one of his own. As it is just Fur alone. 1v5. Or excuse me, 1v4. Yes, JW toys with his prey, doesn't he?
Love all this banter. It's always good to see. Nice, healthy sort of communication, obviously, between the oppositions. But still, it's going to be the round in favor of fnatic. Only losing one player. That's obviously going to be JW. You end up dying to Grubby there. Grubby. And it should be Grubby because it's only spelled 1B. But
is it Grubby?
It should be because Grubby would be double B.
Double Bs.
You know, double Bs.
Bit
I think
small
everyone
for me.
loves double Bs. But 8 rounds on the scoreboard of AGO, 2 behind now, and they're going to be going in for Glock train in towards mid. I think this is going to be JW's dream here. He's going to spray them down.
Well, Fur's going to flank with his block. Will, with the help of his teammates, find JW. Snatchy's the one who actually cleans it up. So, a 2 for 2. They get an M4 out of the deal, but with no armor, just a nade, no map control towards any of the sites. It's still not looking too hot for them.
But just Glocks.
Just Glocks.
This shouldn't have happened. Like on JW, Flusher dying. I'm a little bit disappointed. I mean, it is just Glocks when it comes down to it, and they really are not the most OP of the pistols when it comes down to it. But still, M4 in the hands of Fur might be able to push into here with his team over towards short. They might be able to get the bomb down if they can obviously take down Lecro. If they don't get spotted in towards mid, which they haven't yet, Frozen hasn't swung out, so it's the clean sweep over towards the B site.
Oh, Lecro spots what's coming now. We'll get the double spray, as it is just how the last one up, the man who didn't find a gun, just a Glock. And if he doesn't act fast, he will be caught out from the rotations. Glock put on burst, and now Glock put on floor. 11-8 for fnatic. As AGO's AKs will finally come out to play now.
Well, there you go. Might just be able to carry on into this one, but we'll see. They've got a full, obviously, AK-47 lineup. fnatic still going to be able to have a full buy into this one as well, with a little bit of cash left in the bank as well. 4.5k on Lecro, the Deagle God. Golden, 3.2. Not the best sort of situation, but compared to that of the T's, they have the advantage, and not only that, they've also got the round advantage on top of them as well. Rounds in total ahead of Ergo, and that's pretty much where you want to be as well. They've just kind of countered what happened at last time rounds. But to kick it off, JW, aggressive AWP, pretty much what he's known for.
They actually flashed so they could peek top mid, expecting some kind of play like that of fnatic. But JW hits a nice flick upwards to take care of that. As AGO, again, struggling to find map control cleanly. That's Tao. We'll hold for any B push. Make sure he controls underpass. But you can see they don't feel comfortable committing anything. The bomb's in T spawn.
Rotation-wise, would potentially suggest that the B site here, but there are a lot of people situated over there. Pro, he's looking to feed on some kills. First one out. It's now going to be a 3 versus 5 situation here. Not so good here.
Shots exchange. They spot the bomb and player towards Palace, and Golden can't transfer his shots in time. As Ferlin and Co find the entries required, bomb goes down. Keep in mind, Fur's lurking from underpass. That molly forces Furlan out of position on 2 HP. As Fur strikes and rotates all the way back around to top mid. So in the back of the Fnatic members' minds, there's a flank coming eventually. They just don't know when. As Furlan may get caught out towards Sandwich. No! Electro's not ready. JW's nades off the mark. And there you have it. Fur wraps all the way back around towards Catwalk. AGO hit 9 and put Fnatic's money in a really weird spot.
It's that sort of in between because they lost, what, a couple of players on the round before, obviously, and on Fnatic's side, and then this round, obviously, they lost. 11-9 on scoreboard here in favor of Fnatic. 2 rounds ahead. AGO or Ago, I think, as we're being told it should actually be pronounced, but who knows here. Looking to try and close this gap even further. JW, he's broken the 20 gap. He's on 22 kills now as well. In regards to what they're buying up, it is just going to be the partial buy, leaving Lekra on 4.8k. He can now buy up the AWP the following round for his teammates. He's also got himself a Deagle, so he might just potentially be able to hit some of those Hondigs that we all know and love.
Oh, AW gets good timing, just can't find the frag on Fur. AGO, 2 waves of execution. The first to bait and try to pull a push. And the second is to commit. But look at Golden in his Deagle. Nearly gets the third. The bullet will graze the head of Ruby. As Golden's still alive and still with 1 bullet. As it's brawling to find one of his own. It's Furlan and Snatchy. It seems to just be a team of Deaglers. And the whole time this was happening, Snatchy gets full B-site control. And Golden on 1 HP. It's still enough to breathe. The bomb has a long way to rotate to B, and it's all on Snatchy to hold it.
I mean, if Flusher can get into position to cut off the rotation for Furlan, they've got a lot of work to do, so they might actually have to try and decide to go back. But with that footstep, the rotation should now be underway.
Yeah, Flusher knows there's one market. He knows Furlan's coming. Needs to hit those deeds, and he can't land it when it matters. And that's Brawlin and Golden. And Brawlin's fighting towards back sight. Golden realizes he needs to help out his teammate. But on 1 HP, no room for error. As they're going to both double peek, and there's no way Golden gets out of this. You'd think. 1 HP, molly towards door. They're not going to show face anymore, and that nade will do it. 11-10 within 1 round, but for a half buy from Fnatic, damage was surely dealt.
Just think of the situation that would have been going in that one. If they'd lost that round, in regards to the economy, it would have been like, what's going on? But not going to happen. I was really hoping for the 1 HP clutch coming out from Golden. He really would have been the golden boy there if he'd been able to do that, but apparently hasn't got the luck there to be able to do that. Snatchy has got an AWP, might be able to prove a little bit useful with it this time round. It's going to be a full buy coming out from Fnatic. They're going to have to defend against this barrage of smokes that will eventually come out from AGO, but it's going to be the aggression from the CTs.
Golden will eat a nade for it, down to 41. Not a single point dealt to AGO. As he will fall all the way back. Brawlin holds the retreat, and will pop some shots up of his own. So the double up on her balcony, smokes will come raining in. JW and CT about to be smoked off, but he actually gets in front of it. Return with a smoke of his own. And AGO, keep in mind, they have 4 mollies and 1 smoke to re-execute. But it looks like they've changed their mind. Back towards T-spawn they will go. And they'll leave 2 players towards A if they wish to circle back once again.
Mid-execute isn't out of bounds, and I think that's what exactly is going to happen. Maybe even a sort of a window smoke as they can then sort of mid, but it gives such a big delay for them then being able to go in for that aggression. So it depends what they want to go to. They could go for a nice fake, and it could be the execution in towards the A site we see here.
So they use their lone smoke towards Catwalk. Flusha must be confused, as mollies will get used. Golden could have stayed on bricks and said he's going to swing with his teammates. 2 HP. He loves to be low. As he'll try to get some support from JW, but the trades are good for AGO. They can keep him even. They'll get to the site. But Tao, being so risky with his position and giving so many opportunities to JW, he just hasn't taken advantage of them yet, but Flusha will. The nade will be on point, down to 20, and Flusha cleans up the last. He gets 4. And 12-10, AGO. You can see how back and forth. No one's really feeling comfortable. Everyone's on thin ice when it comes to the money.
They're nice. I think that might be breaking though. On that front, I think fnatic should be able to try and close this one out, especially with players like that coming out from Lusher. You really have to then depend on people to be able to do that.
I stayed on board with JW thinking hit one of those eventually, but it was just all Flusher.
Yeah. I thought, you know what, JW, he's going to show up. He's going to be able to land one of these shots. It doesn't come through. So now Flush is now into the 20 digits now. 20 digits when we're talking about the 20 kills, but Golden, he's on 11, but he did go ham with that deagle rounds ago, which potentially might have inspired his team, as the IGL he is, to be able to do it well. So it's going to be the B execute going to be coming out from IGO. They've got 2 smokes, flashbang as well. They're all going to be going out as they execute in.
Electro in the mow down position, and mow down he will. Gets 4. The ace onto the pistol. Tao, give it to him. And he'll get it. Electro, ace, all headshot. Spray is good. Pistol's even better. fnatic go 13-10. AGO, buy up. Not going to be the best you've ever seen.
Could have been better, but they are going to be able to buy into this round, but it's getting to that ever closer endpoint here on fnatic's map point. They really came back, and I have to give them respect. They got defeated 16-0, 16-0, no, 16-10, 16-8, I'll get there eventually, on train against previously in the same tournament. They came back with the knowledge of how they lost that, and they just smashed Ego again, like completely. And now they're on Mirage, their map pick. They've been doing fantastically. They have lost more rounds than they potentially should have. A few there that were a little bit hairy, but same could be said for AGO as well. So we'll see what happens.
Well, this time Electro gets punished. He tries to get aggressive top mid all by his lonesome, and now B is completely given up. Electro pushes up, and he'll go down as it's JW to try to find an answer. Can't find the shot. He's going to try to get to Catwalk, but look at this. If Golden rounds the corner, he may spot the bomb. I think actually it's behind the lip of the wall. So perhaps he wouldn't. He'd have to go a bit more as Sachi gets spotted. Golden realizes this and will just fall all the way back off of A ramp. And now, with JW falling towards B, that's 3 kills already for AGO. 1 towards mid, 3 towards B. Or 2 towards B, excuse me. As you can see, the bomb gets picked up. Heading towards the B side, it's all in brawling. Needs to get back in the site cleanly. And Golden can't get cut off. And he completely will. So it's brawling in a 1v4. AGO should get 11. As Brawlin's going to try to exit, try to stay alive. Good flash, but he's getting pinched. Tao is coming in from behind. And Brawlin's out of there. Pop the smoke, try to hide. AGO get 11. fnatic not in the clear yet. AGO are still fighting tooth and nail.
And those tooth and nails are proving a little bit useful when gripping back into this game, taking themselves up to 11 rounds. Borden, once again, leaving fnatic in a little bit of a weird situation. Do they buy? Do they not? I think they definitely need to go in for this buy. I mean, 6k on 2 players, 4k on another 2. I mean, obviously, might restrict them on exactly what they can do, but I mean, they might as well. I mean, 11 rounds on Aggro. I mean, even if the worst happens and they lose this next round, they can still then easily, they have time to be able to build up their economy again, come back into it, smash away the opposition, and just win it out. Nonetheless, we're going to be seeing the potential execution over towards B. We've got 2 hanging back, deciding what to do. Lurker is going to be grooving that over towards sort of Palace area on the A site, where 3 other players are sort of lurking as well. It's going to be JW there himself.
Well, with JW gone, it's a great start for AGO. It's like Golden. We'll throw the M4 down. Flusher will come retrieve it, perhaps, if he so wishes. As Lekro has the op, and there's 2 distraction players coming his way in B apps. They'll throw a little bit of a 2-man fake. But as we can see, in hindsight, the commitment surely is towards the A site. Left and right, get right, smokes deployed. Lekro finds the first, and when no one else spotted, immediately Golden pumps the brakes and turns back. He knows what's happening. And they're all towards site. He wants a peek. He's actually going to throw the smoke to allow him to fight, but he goes down. Flushes nowhere near A site, and Lekro with an op can't do much. Perhaps find 1 or 2. There should be no way they let him back into this. Flusher finds a player who's trying to get aggressive out mid-window and chase towards underpass. And Lekro knows exactly where that molly came from, so there is a chance. But Flusha still taking his time, being very cautious. As that girl walks all the way out on site. Can't hit the no-scope, and that's going to keep Flusha in place. AGO will be within 1 round. And keep in mind, look how much Fnatic bought down into this.
Yes, I mean, there is time for them to be able to make that back their economy, but that's going to cost them huge. So now, if you have a look at their economy, they can buy up into the next round if they really want to, but even then, they're going to be missing out on potentially 1 or 2 things, depending on how they buy into this next round. I mean, Flusha, he has got that AK. Do they want to center their buy around that? No, that would be a horrendous idea at this point. There's so few rounds until the end. They have to be very careful, a little bit reserved as well in regards to how they're going to be buying. It's going to be the P250. The deal needs to come out on Lecro, even if it is a drop from another player, but it is just going to be the USPs. P250 on JW, AK on Flusha, who's going out towards mid to try and hit some shots.
Well, AGO gonna take it slow once again. And it's just Lecro USP. Perhaps if he had an op for a Deagle, he could take one with him. But just a USP, he surely will perish momentarily. Rotations are coming through, and actually a flank from JW. But it won't work out into success. Flusha sprays off the mark. Golden will probably just go die. Maybe try to catch Tao. Pick up Flusha's AK, but no, Tao will swing 13-13. We have a tied game. And keep in mind, third map's on the horizon. Fnatic don't want to let this one go. They have 3 players with 20 frags. Don't want to let this one slip away. WW gets his op. Everyone gets their bread and butter. Lacking that oomph with utility, however.
So, I mean, it's going to be such a painful situation for them to have. They're so low on only 3 smokes on the CT side to hold up against Ego. I mean, if they do go in for the fast-paced action, fair play to them. They might not need as many, obviously, smokes to be able to defend against something like that. But when it comes down to the slow-paced rounds, which we have been seeing with the multi sort of use of the utility from the T side, you then need more smokes to try and defend against that. And there's actually no more smokes left on the CT side at all. 1 defuse kit, 2 flashes, and 1 incendiary grenade to hold against this pushing towards mid.
Flusha and Brawlin are about to be in a world of hurt. Well-placed Molly from Flusha keeps Tao from peeking. Now, if he didn't throw that Molly, he could have got double peeked. That would have spelled death, and maybe not even a kill, so he will get 1. JW stops the boost, and he wants to peek into it. Snatchy's up. Will trade it out, but good on Flusha to swing with his teammate. If one commits, you got to go with him. As it's Groovy and Fur with 53 seconds. And Flusha still being aggressive towards Cat, begging someone else to peek him. Brawlin from stairs cleans up 1, and Groovy will do the same. Fnatic, thanks to the aggression of Flusha and JW early, they work off each other so lovely. It's just a 4v2 just like that.
When it comes down to those sort of difficult situations, it's obviously very hard to be able to try and pull back from it. But when Fnatic are able to do that, that's when you know where the sort of real practice comes into it. I mean, JW, Flusha, old school players now, when it really comes down to it. Lecro, pretty new with everything considered, but when he's going to be pulling off these shots and coming through for his team, brilliant. That's exactly what we need to be seeing. A lot more utility on their side this time around. It's 14-13. Advantage on Fnatic on their map. They won out the first map on Train as well. That was a 16-4. Big difference compared to this one.
Well, the smoke top connector. Brawlin realizes what's going on. As AGO attempt to bait something out of Fnatic, but look, they hold on to those mollies. They have 4 still in play. And more than that, Lecro's been jump spotting this entire time and hasn't seen a thing. And Flusha hasn't been pressured towards top mid. So I imagine it's a good read from Fnatic. Watch all these mollies rain in and try to counter AGO. There they go. As Brawlin's going to be the first line defense as Golden falls in towards CT. Brawlin's holding the cross and he will find Tao. And he gets away safely. The molly behind him forces him into fight. The bomb's going to get planted. The outside of default. As Furlan will settle into his new home, a firebox. Keep an eye on Fur. Is Lekro going to expect this flank top mid? They don't see each other. Awkward engagement. And Brawlin has to deal with his flank. He has to deal with it now if they're going for the retake. And it looks like JW's already packed his bags and bought his ticket. But JW on the back of that pick, they're going to go, especially when Brawlin finds Fur. And Brawlin's going to peek into the op. He calls how many are out towards ramp. But without a smoke, without a molly, this should be impossible for JW. Isolates the first, and he actually wins the second, but with no time to get to the bomb. This is AGO tying us up at 14-14, but JW, a little bit of a confidence booster. It doesn't really do much against AGO.
I mean, he gets the kills, and he gets a little bit of extra cash in his bank, and he also saves up the AWP into the next round, but AGO are just in such a good position now. They've just been able to spend all their cash into this one. I mean, what would happen is, I mean, if Fnatic win this now, which is looking doubtful, but it is easily possible. I mean, put Lekro on the Deagle and just say, okay, go up mid, get a couple of frags.
Kill a couple B. Do it.
Yeah, I mean, if he plays up aggressive in towards mid, where we have seen AGO time and time again play that position over and over again. And if you play him and one other up, I would say put JW backing him up and have sort of obviously holding the peak with the AWP. Let go of the Deagle following up close next to the wall. You can then play very smartly in that position, but we are going to be seeing the same, so we're playing for overtime here.
Wow. How reserved from Fnatic to be comfortable enough. Knowing, I guess, it helps knowing you're a map up.
Yeah, I mean, it's on cash next, so why not, I guess? I mean, they won out against AJOs on their map pick, so it'd be quite amusing to see, obviously, them win against Fnatic on their map pick. Now, JW going in towards mid with the AWP. Is it worthwhile? I don't know. We're going to have to see.
JW finds a nice gap. Flusher gets caught trying to peek and push. So if there's any chance to win here, it's Lekro and his Deegs and JW and his op. As they will just completely wrap the site on Lekro. JW may just even save it. Try to drop a couple of these AKs. As mollies will rain in front of him, behind him, left and right. Everywhere's hot. JW is going to try to find as many as he can. Kirby needs to be careful. He may jump up for this peak. JW's looking for some toes. As he will lose his teammate Golden. And Brawlin was thinking about coming towards Catwalk, so JW is just going to hightail it out of here. This is going to be 15 for AGO. And what a change. And no op saving for JW. Gets caught last second. Brawlin's about to meet a similar fate. 15 AGO. Keep in mind it was a very reserved buy from Fnatic.
I think we're going to definitely overtime. If not, I think I think we're going to see AGO take this map back. Just from how they've been playing in the last half, in the last, I don't know, last 8 rounds or so. They have just been smashing out of the ballpark against Fnatic, who obviously this is their map pick, so they want to be able to try and push it up against us, but it's not happening. If they'd saved that AWP, maybe a different tale, but with an MP9, a FAMAS, and limited utility, even a decoy and flusher to spend all his money he can, as this is the last round until overtime, or the map win for AGO, but it's going to be a stack over towards the B site for multiple players. On the T side, we do obviously have flush over towards short, who can hear their footsteps if they do make any, which they have done.
Well, here comes all the smokes, and there's no mollies to slow them down here. Lekro's full blind, full trust on Flusha. As Ferlin goes down, clean, but Flusha goes without a frag, and it's Lekro again to step up onto the sidearm as the rotations come through. This nade will hurt Snatchy. So much so, down to 7. As JW is giving time for his teammates to come in and play. One towards Cat, that's for drop 2 will be, as it's Snatchy, 7 HP, and he is about to be dead. 15-15, OT we go, it's Lekro to find 2. Flusha found no success, and it's again Lekro. He doesn't get 2 there. I mean, we don't go OT.
Yeah, and it would have been nice and simple, 3rd map overall, but Fnatic want to be able to win this one, and fair play for them putting the confidence in themselves to be able to win this last one out, and it was getting a little bit close, but with the confidence plays from these last few players, just well played to them. I have to give them props for that. Don't really expect anything different, and I think AGO just really finally stand up into this game. The first game, not so much. Let's see this. MR3, 10k.
Don't know.
Have they not been in overtime at all? I don't think there really has been many overtimes when it comes to G so It's been pretty flat peaked, but we'll see. But it is just a standard, obviously, MR3 10K. I don't think many, if any, tournaments go against that now. That is just industry standard.
I actually talked to Freiberg at iBuyPower Masters, and he said he feels like OT money shouldn't become a factor, right? Because if you lose 2 rounds in a row and you're the opper, you're not getting the op out on the 3rd round. He feels like money shouldn't be an issue in OT. I don't know how many pros feel like this, but there's a couple people who feel like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen in the past, like going back 3 years ago, the rules were slightly different every so often. But I think it's quite a nice mix to it because it punishes you, and I think in sort of an overtime, it like Freiberg was saying, it can be mixed all the time. But nonetheless, though, talking about AWPs, there's one on each side, and actually been tagged down earlier on. See who can take the lead into this overtime. First round, MR3 starting out with 10K.
Starting off with 10K and an A execution, perhaps. They have Golden playing towards... You call this get right? I call it get right. The mid kind of site.
Yeah.
But by the door. With Brawlin towards top balcony. He'll see the smoke draining in, and then he will toss out a molly. He'll keep HGO at bay for now. Give time for JW to really get in the spot he loves. As Golden will play around his own smoke. As JW goes through sandwich smoke and finds one through his bench position. It's Golden to really bait for Brawlin. But Brawlin has to do his own heavy lifting. He has to hold on to Palace. As he will fall, and Brawlin hasn't been spotted yet. It comes down to timing on the Palace player, as he will catch one. But look at this, they want to go B. I think they want to fall off, at least they started to, but then they realize they don't have time. So now they have to commit. How weird is this from HGO as it's Tao popping heads, however. And it's Lekro to clutch it. fnatic pick up the first, but that was weird. It's almost like HGO hesitated. They stutter-stepped. They like kissed each other at A-ramp, gave each other a bro hug. They wanted to go back and realized, oh, shit, look at the time, we have to go. and then by that time, they're all dead.
Yeah, when that usually happens, I mean, just run through it in my mind when I've seen it in games, being able to actually hear the comms is when potentially the IGL something makes a secondary call, like, oh, I don't know if we should do that or not, and that's where the sidestep comes in, or someone else says, oh, I don't know, I heard a first step or something. That's where that came into, and that really sort of, that was just weird that came through, and they are going to be potentially going full on ace on here.
How does Tao get that kill? I will never know. Meanwhile, Golden and Brawlin are able to hold on to the A site. Bomb is dropped. But we sit even, 3-3. JW gets one. That molly shouldn't spread to him anymore, so he's safe behind Ticket. Ferlin's on 12 and Fur's on 100. As the bomb is pieced out. And it looks like it actually is going to come back. So it's another one of these hesitation plays. The bomb was starting to run to T. Was the bomb in T-spawn or was it on Fur's back the whole time? I'm not losing my mind, right?
Who knows? I think we all lose on our minds.
Oh. But Lekro doesn't lose that gunfight, though. We may lose our mind, but Lekro doesn't lose gunfights as Fur gets caught out. Lekro peeks before his smoke blooms. 17 for fnatic. They're looking so much more comfortable in OT on their GT side than they did in regular time.
I think it's the pressure. I think it's the fact that if you look at the first map, they were under pressure to actually prove themselves on that ground, and they did it. They came back with such ferocity. The hell out of this team, of this Polish team, was like, no, you know what? You might have beaten us on here before, not going to happen again. And now on this one, they're obviously under pressure to be able to get that 15th round. They won it. I mean, Lekro came through for his team, and now in overtime, Lekro's coming through for his team as well. He's got 2 kills, both rounds so far.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely beautiful to see. He's really coming up fast for his team.
And it's HGO feeling the pressure now, and perhaps they're the ones crumbling under it now. Look at Lekro. Deep molly, deep smoke, and pushes up. I mean, I like the aggression. I like the balls to go for that. But it opens up the door for HGO. The nade is sufficient enough when it comes to damage. But Flusher needs some kills behind it. He's able to get one. And JW finds a second, actually. JW gets 2 with his molly. And rotations are so quick for fnatic in the CT side and overtime. It's just for bombs down 1v3. Can he isolate these players? He gets one in sight. Has to find Golden. Brawlins towards Cat. Fakes the jump noise. Baits a peek. But Golden wins the fight. 18-5. Clean 3-0 sweep. One more round is all fnatic need on their T side.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting play from JW. I mean, some would say it's built of an overconfidence. He was trying to bunny hop around the corner, look for fancy plays, but there was also the fact that it was a 3 versus 1 situation. They didn't know exactly where it was, so he went out, baited for the shot, got killed down. But as soon as that happened, they knew where they needed to aim. They knew where they needed to focus their 2 players. And if it's a 2 versus 1, just go in for the trade. It doesn't matter if one of you die, as long as the second one can trade for it. And that's exactly how they set themselves up. Luckily, it didn't need to come down to that, because it was a nice easy kill coming out from the last player on fnatic. Going over towards the second time of overtime, it's going to be 18-15. We could easily be seeing a 19-15, which would mean GG, well played fnatic, winning out this series. But still got some double upset up coming out, and Golden,
how
the
did
IGL,
he...
obviously made a bad call. He just got backstabbed.
He wasn't even on Brawlin's screen, I swear. Sometimes this game is so weird, man. Anyway, that aside, Brawlin's just gonna run out. There's one player in Ninja and one towards stairs. Brawlin makes the call, and Electro makes the trade, and Electro, the double entry. Now it's retake, and it's not looking good. Retakes double op, eh? Good luck, I say. As Electro will get flash pushed. He's gonna flash and try to push in towards CT. Another flash will go. As there's a player stairs and now pushing sandwich. Electro's in such a good spot. He will win the initial duel. No, Furlan comes out on top. It's JW and Golden. And Golden's about to be put in the hot seat. That molly will spread, and spread quickly it will. As the bomb's planted for him, they line up. Golden out of bullets. As it's JW in a 1v1. Snatch, he's down to 39. He will get on it with the smoke, and that's fnatic saying bye-bye AGO. fnatic will eliminate them and move on themselves in what was a close Game 2 overall.
Yeah, and beating someone might even argue the best Polish team at the moment as well. Within recent results, I know
really
people argue against that, but well, I don't know. People,
I guess you beat
be
VP on LAN, huh? I mean,
yeah, I mean, come on, you know. But I mean, I think that's just part of the meme, is the fact that when you beat your heroes, as it were, then you just sort of take their place, because probably not, but